welcome to today's video. So if you haven't gotten the hint already, we're going to be watching Singing in the Rain, but in theaters because of the 70th anniversary. They are having a special screening at our movie theater and it's showing this timeless masterpiece, and I never thought this day would come, so I am looking forward to it, as you can tell. So after, you know, this is all done, it's actually quite a beautiful day. We got our Mr.
Is that enough rain, Matthew? No?
It is.
It is? Okay.
Perfect.
Yeah.
But yes, that is basically what we're going to be doing today. We wanted to show you guys how much Singing in the Rain means a lot to me. I would say it's still one of my favorite movies to this day. So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing today.
Oh, man.
So we just wanted to take you guys along with us. If you guys do not know what Singing in the Rain is, I highly recommend you guys, if you guys can, go out and watch the movie.
It's a classic.
It is a classic.
It's one of the MaJeliv family favorites.
Yep.
Huge place in our hearts. Childhood memories for sure.
Oh yeah.
Like my sister said, it's basically a dream that this is showing in the theaters. So when we saw it was gonna hit the theaters, it was no-brainer. No-brainer, man.
And we wanted to share it to you guys for those who know what Singing in the Rain is, and for people who don't know what Singing in the Rain is. You know, just to share this movie because it's a beautiful movie and it's a good one to share to people. You know, people should know about this movie. It's great. So stick around if you guys want if you want to hear more about this movie and about our favorite movies. For now, until our parents come out of the house, we're just gonna continue dancing in the rain. You know, just to.
And we'll kind of review, you know, what we love about the movie. Kind of get you guys to see what we love so much about it. Like I said though, watching it with some popcorn is gonna be pretty nice.
Hey, bro. So.
Well, the thing is, we've seen this movie before, but there were so many joys this time around.
It's such a different experience watching it in theaters.
For sure. It was heightened.
Another movie making us dance.
Tap dancing crunches.
Yeah.
Dude, dance choreography. I think watching it on the big screen, you see it more. Like
You see it the way it
how
was
complicated.
meant to be seen, right?
Well, here's the deal though.
Like, you can't see a movie like this and not...
Yeah.
You can't get the magnitude of it unless it's on the big screen. I'm so glad we got to see it
too.
again.
I actually saw so many things I had never noticed before.
Yeah.
The moment when they're singing Moses Supposes, I actually paid attention to the vocal coach,
Yep.
who was just like, he was just like in awe. And like, I'm just gonna let this happen. I don't know what's going on. But it's things like that. I also noticed some reaction moments of scenes where usually you're looking at the person speaking.
Yeah.
But then you watch the other actor. I really just saw these little nuanced moments I've overlooked so many times that it grounded it more. Lines that I don't know why I'd never heard before that made me laugh harder.
Yeah.
It was just, it's a whole other, and seeing it with the crowd, hearing
I know
people react.
there was other people in there.
We often
Yeah.
ask people, do you guys know what Singing in the Rain is? And nobody really says yes. We often recommend, but you know, very few times that we've actually recommended it and somebody says, oh yeah, I've seen Singing in the Rain. So to sit in a theater, especially there was little kids as well.
Yeah.
Parents were probably showing it to their little kids. And so I really appreciated seeing that. And like hearing the little kids like laughing at certain parts reminded me of when the three of us were younger when we watched the movie.
Yeah.
And it was just, it really was like a flashback.
Also the parts
Man.
where they're like premiering the movies and like the different films and stuff, we're like almost watching it in theaters as if the
We're with them.
audience
Yeah.
was watching the movie in the theaters. So you actually feel what they were feeling when they were watching it. So it's just that beautiful like perspective of having it on a big screen and it actually feel like a movie piece within a movie. It was so great.
I wanted to not be on crutches, because I would have been dancing all the way out, making a fool of myself.
The dance choreography is so beautiful.
Yeah, it's so inspiring too. Just, man, they don't make movies like that anymore very often, and it's just this timeless piece of just masterpiece of a film. And I'm just, like I said, thankful because we've seen it tons of times at home, but nothing compares to this experience.
This is something I've never thought I would actually be able to like experience, you know. And what's great is because it's the 70th anniversary, I actually learned that the time we're filming this, tomorrow is the official release date of it 70 years ago.
Wow. So tomorrow, the 11th, April 11th,
1952.
My goodness. That's remarkable.
Fantastic.
Absolutely remarkable. And to think 70 years ago, it was a big turning point for all of Hollywood. Now that you have talking movies, and this movie kind of just brought that up. I think officially I think that happened in the 20s or
in the 20s. Well, that's the thing though. One thing I learned is that it was filmed in the 50s, but it takes place in the 20s.
Right.
You know, and like the colors and the costumes and everything. It's just so beautiful.
Did you all know about Gene Kelly dancing, doing that very famous iconic number with 103 Fever?
Yeah,
he did the Singing in the Rain number. I didn't know that.
I remember hearing about it. Now that they said it, I remembered. But man, he was so impressive.
Man.
So impressive.
I'm telling you, he makes me want to dance every day just so I can develop that swagger, that smooth pizzazz.
And every time, I'm sorry, Cosmo
yes.
is my guy.
Their feet are so light too, right? The way they dance.
Make him laugh
so
was a joy.
effortless.
I laughed again. Man.
Never gets old.
And it was Turner Classic Movies, right, that held the event. I love that they made a comment about Gene Kelly's ability to let other people shine. You know, he was the director, or rather co-director, star of the film, but he gave everybody their moment. You know, I think that's kind of a gentleman and celebrity.
Surprised.
Yeah.
Even when he's on camera, there's a humility to him, I would say, and he just has such a. I mean, you could tell all the years he spent studying and training and mastering his art as a dancer just lets him fully. It really is an extension of what he does as an actor and singer. And like my sister was saying a second what she said, I felt that strongly about how this movie is made to be seen in theaters because there's a lot of moments where you're meant to be in the perspective of an audience member, and that was really special to actually be in a big theater.
Well, one thing also too that I learned, or I think I remember, is that you know, the fact that Debbie Reynolds was able to keep up with them too, because apparently she didn't have much dancing experience before this movie. I remember reading her where sometimes she felt like very exhausted or frustrated with Gene Kelly because he was always pushing her and like sometimes giving her a hard time, you know, because she was very new to dancing. But the fact that she was able to keep up, and it's such complicated choreography, like she killed it. Like, so you wouldn't even realize, you know, that she had no dancing experience before this.
I would like who was it that said it? Yes, like my dad said when he was watching the diction coach during the Moses number.
That was
I also was looking at new characters and actors that I wasn't watching before, and you know, you watch Cosmo or you watch certain reactions from other people, and everyone is actively involved as well, and that was really cool because like my dad said, every time you watch it, there's something new to see and experience for the first time. So, man, this movie continues to gift and to entertain us with some awesome moments. And
well, the big gift for me this time around, I allowed myself to get swept up in the romance of it all. that scene where Gene Kelly's having a hard time expressing what he feels toward Kathy, and he says, I can't find the words. If I only had the proper setting, and then they go into the sound stage.
Yeah.
I got emotional. He's like flicking the lights on. He's like the sunset and, you know, the mist from the mountains. I'd never noticed that before.
Yeah.
And then the song, I actually paid attention to the lyrics. You know how I am with lyrics. I have a hard time actually hearing them, or rather listening to them. And I let myself really, really listen. And I got choked up sitting next to my love. And it just got me feeling all lovey-dovey inside. And I wanted to dance. And
But
It's so it's just so elegant.
your heart
It's
was
so,
dancing because your legs can't.
God.
Thanks for reminding me. I'd forgotten, but
So I did realize too the beauty of like there was a lot of generations in that theater.
yeah.
There was like a lot of like older audiences, and then there was children, little ones, and then us, kind of in the middle. But that was beautiful. I think it's such an opportunity,
I was
to
hoping
come
to
and
hear
see a
kids
film
in
like
the
that.
theater, man. I was hoping to see kids in the theater. I mean, that was probably one of the things that I was really praying for, like, and hoping for, was to see that, the presence of a generation with, inspiration from the timeless piece. So it's,
Man, the fact that it's been 70 years, it's wild. And it's also sad to think that most of the cast has passed away now. Really, the only one that I know of is Rita Moreno, which she's still alive. But I was just realizing, like, for me, I'm not much of a theater person. Like, I don't know a lot of plays. But the ones I've always tended to enjoy are the musicals portrayed in film. Just there's such a beauty of it being on film, as much as there's a beauty of it being live and in the theater. But I think I love it because it helps you focus on what you need to focus on. And it's something that can almost never get old. Like, you can watch it again and again and notice different things of it. And for me, I've always just loved that more in a sense. But that's just my preference. I know everyone's preference of their musicals is different, but I think that's one thing that I've always loved about this movie, and it still is to this day one of my favorite movies. I wouldn't say it's no, it is definitely one of my top favorites. Like, my top 3. That's number 1. So yeah, guys, this was our quick little review of Singing in the Rain and our approach to it, watching it in theaters. Again, this is something I never thought I would be able to experience, so it's an absolute dream come true that we were able to do this.
Yeah, and our MaJeliv family recommendation.
Yes.
This is definitely one of our favorites.
So we highly recommend for you guys to check it out. Let us know what you guys think. If you guys have watched this movie, what's your favorite thing about it? Favorite characters, or different movies.
Maybe
or
you didn't like it.
musicals. Yeah,
Which would
maybe
be
you didn't
unfortunate, but just tell us why. Maybe you didn't like it.
Yeah.
But I can't really see too many things as to why it'd be difficult not to like it. But it's a fun, beautiful movie that will hopefully go on for ages.
Yes.
It will go on for ages.
Yes. So with that, guys, go out there, spread your light, and we will see you guys in the next video.
Gotta dance.